Well, as you can see from this little demonstration of her abilities, this character was just doing way too much. In fact, we just nerfed her again because there's simply no counterplay. A character as toxic as this is sure to kill the game. Oh, and about Mirage, we probably have to buff him again.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
No. Stop the intro. This isn't a Graves gameplay video. It's not a Graves tech video. It's none of the sort. It's actually a Graves complaining video. Graves spent an entire month being the worst hero hands down in the game. She gets one buff and instantly is sent right back down.
Before we get into this, I'm going to state that I played Deadlock for approximately 1,300 hours. I'm a Phantom 5 player, and even though this is the highest rank ever, it's definitely a respectable rank, and I'm clearly understanding the game enough to give out my take on opinions on heroes that I play. If you disagree with everything I say based on my rank, you're either Metro himself or a Metro fan, because those are the only players that are that ignorant in this game. I'm also someone with about 150 games played on Graves and have a positive rank. I also have a YouTube channel dedicated to Graves gameplay and Graves tips and tricks and Graves tutorials and Graves this and Graves that, so I feel more qualified to talk about this than 99.99% of other players in this game hands down.
That being said, to further my point, Wraith spent what felt like 40 years being a demon who controlled the game from lane phase till the end, and the nerfs she was given were nowhere near as urgent or anywhere near as strong as the ones that Graves got. It took so many nerfs for her to finally just be playable against. Now I could list all the things that are 10 times more broken in Graves than her last patch, but that wouldn't be my point. What I'm getting at is what the thumbnail says and what the title says. I feel that Graves is getting nerfed not truly on how balanced she is, but how fun she is to play against. I feel like Graves is getting balanced not really off of how good she actually is, but getting more balanced about how much people have to cry about light meleeing some skulls. Now I feel like any unbiased mind can't tell me that any one of these are more fun to play against than Graves. The point of what I showed in the first place, with Graves' Wall being jump overable and the zombies being very killable and the skulls being breakable with a single light melee, wasn't me trying to paint that Graves' utility is worthless because you can counter it. It's more to show off how this uninteractive hero forces you to interact with her more than anybody else in the game. Her kit gives you actual options to play against her, and there's really no reason for it to be seen as boring to play against, especially when there's so many other heroes in the game that do things that are impossible to counter without just straight up buying items to stop it. I personally do find it boring that every other game I have to buy one of these 3 items just to have a chance at winning. But my personal issues with this patch are that we went ahead and we nerfed Graves' Spirit. Graves' abilities just don't do as much damage as they used to. She lost zombies, the zombies lost health, all sorts of nonsense. Graves kind of has to be a spirit hero because her gun sucks. It's the lowest range weapon in the game, it's the lowest damage weapon in the game, and you have to be close just to build essence theft, which is such a risk in existing in a team fight for more than 10 seconds, because the whole point of the gun is to build essence theft, which feels nearly impossible because Graves isn't a tank like Victor. Victor presses the 3 button and the 2 button and he gets infinite health. Graves doesn't, so when she's just in there for 40 years, she dies. What I'm trying to say is Victor charges up his 3 damage over time and Graves charges up her essence theft over time. But the difference is Victor can tank, Graves cannot. This means Graves has to play as an ult bot against players who know what they're doing because they can just instant kill her for trying to build her passive. And when it comes down to wave clearing, Graves really isn't even that good at that without buying Tesla bullets monster rounds. And when it comes to wave pushing, she's alright at that, I guess, but Rem and McGinnis both just do that better. When it comes to being a close range gun DPS, Graves, well, let's just say she isn't an M1 carry. This means this hero has essentially no purpose. You can't make the most counterable hero in the game so unversatile because then it means she only has one playstyle, and once everyone realizes they can just outrange that playstyle, the character doesn't have value. So with this patch, Spirit Graves is much harder to pull off. My personal playstyle, as you may or may not know, I like sniping my walls at people sideways, overwhelming them with zombies and skulls. It was fun, insanely fun. My 2 builds, are kind of not that good anymore, but they're kind of aging better than gun builds at this rate with all these nerfs. Spirit Graves is kind of dead because of how much of a hit to their spirit scaling they did. The zombies have less health growth per boon, so they die over a gust of wind. They also just do less base damage. Just to get a reasonable cooldown on my wall, I have to put a whole 5 ability points into it now. And now on this new patch, without putting 5 ability points into my 1, I can't even get more skulls of duration, which doesn't matter anyway, because they're just going to punch them out. Essence Theft last ability, I'm not even sure how much sense it really makes to put Essence Theft on the ghouls, because they're not going to charge it, because they're going to walk over to something and explode anyway. So I really don't understand the point of that. There's just so many things like wrong with the way we're balancing this character, and I unironically feel like the most balanced Graves ever was the first time she released.